Hi, this is Victoria from More Victorious Empowerment. This reading today is to help those that are feeling a little bit out of place with the world and the current situations that they find themselves in. So when you find this reading, it is meant for you at this time. And I also have the full intention of helping those that need it the most. So I am also doing this for a beloved friend who is finding it tough at the moment, and I hope that this gives them a few signposts in this uncertain time that we're in currently. So the idea is that I'm going to do a couple of different spreads and have some fun and just see what comes up. But primarily it'll be a reading that I will intuit, a reading that will be from yourself, your 8-year-old self, and a reading that would be from yourself in 8 years' time, giving you advice on what to do now, and to throw something a little bit very uniquely Vic into it. I also have some of these interesting, very dry humor cards, and it's very much a part of my family's history to be straightforward, honest, direct, and a little bit abrupt. So these are going to be from my paternal family's insights, and or your father's insights. And these sort of cards to me are very much my family kicking me in the butt and telling me to move forward, keep going. So here we go. I don't know if you know or not, but I'm Australian, and that's interesting that one of these cards here is not like any others. And it's Poseidon. Wow. Okay. The unknown. Now, I pre-shuffled all these cards, so I had no idea that that was actually in there. I do have this deck in my box of tarot, but I had no idea that that had actually gotten into there. So we'll have a look at that in a moment. But these ones here are Australian, Australian themed, and these are animals. So it's very me. It's very much my life and certainly my childhood. So I just thought we would have a look and see what the earth has to say, or the Australian animals in particular has to say about what's going on for you. So I just don't know how we're going to do this so you can see. I'm doing this from the luxuries of my bed. So it's just very last minute, and please forgive, but I think it's more about the actual reading than it is for you to be looking at the surroundings. So Poseidon, wow. Okay. My dear sweet honey, this is a time for you to be transformed, and know that the thunder and lightning that is being created in and around your world is transforming it in ways that you cannot fathom at this point. Please know that it is a strong energy, and you are to remember that you're sitting in a boat of safety, and the way waves can be very big at times, but trust the vessel that you are in and trust the process of your own life. Wow. 1 and 7 is 8. 8 is infinity, the divine symbol. 8 turns sideways. So you are being divinely guided, and the next full moon will bring transformations like you have never seen in a more positive way. At the moment, everything will seem illusionary. Disillusionment will be around you and within you, but understand that you've only got to set time before the clarity is certainly in. I feel like the veil will be lifted and these Poseidon hands will go down, and you will see not only what he is not quite showing you at the moment, but you will see. I also got the sun. You will see the sun. So the sun is warm, optimistic. It's also a yes. When I see the sun card, for me, it's a yes answer. So it's an absolute yes. So if you're waiting for something to get better and you've got a project, person, place, idea, or lifestyle in mind, the answer is the next full moon. The answer will be there for you within a month after that, between moon cycles, and it is a yes. I hope I'm making sense. All right. What have my little animals got to say today? We have a mouse, which looks more like a possum to me, but it would be a little mouse, a little possum, and scrutiny. Number 2, we have a tree frog, cleansing. Number 29, and we have snake, transformation. Not certain what type of snake that is, but we'll see. For me, this means let me think about it for a minute. Just gonna put you. I just had to get the full messages here because I'm just doing this completely trusting the energy and going off what is needed to be said and expressed. So for me, these are 1, 2, and 3, the next 3 months. The first month, the overall energy is the mouse. The second month, the energy is the frog. And the third month, the energy is the snake. In this next month, in the next 4 weeks, I believe that you will be assessing and having quite a lot of well, you'll have time to scrutinize what needs to happen with your life and your work in the next month. I believe that you have been in an arid area for a while, and your survival skills are quite strong. But I feel that that is evolving to a gentler, easier, more lucrative time that's filled with moisture and warmth and growth and abundance. And think of Queensland forest, rainforest, and how how thriving and vibrant and wonderful that environment is. So that's month 2. And I truly believe that there's something to do with you climbing buildings. Now, I don't mean like climbing the outside. Well, maybe you might become a window cleaner or something, but I feel that you'll be going to great heights within buildings and or going to really high floors that are big buildings in cities. So take it how it resonates for you. And you certainly have the right equipment within yourself already built in to your DNA to be able to achieve what you need in work and business. This is turning into a business reading. And this is the 3rd month. This is the month that you finally shed that last remnant of old skin, and it will allow you to be fresh and vital and strong and healthy and the best version of yourself that you've been for quite a while. So that's something to really look forward to in the next 3 months. It says transmutation. I believe that the 3 months have been going to be very transformative, but in different aspects of yourself. At the moment, I think that you're still in this sorting out home stuff from home, in boroughs stuff. And that is required so that you can move forth with this new career aspect. I see that it will be in relation to the water element, so emotion, feeling, but in saying that, you'll be surrounded in it, so it's your relationship to... I just have this image of the frog swimming in the water, even though this one here in particular is actually a tree frog. I see him swimming in the water, and it's like you become one with the water. So it's the relationship to do with your body and the outer experience and the emotional quality within. Sorry if that sounds vague, but that's what I see you doing. And whatever form that is, it's like the connectedness between the inner and the outer worlds of you. Okay, and then this transformation, I also believe that the 3rd month from now, you will certainly be telling a few people some fairly straightforward, no sugarcoating, exactly what you think about situations, and I think also about them. And what I'd like to do is just get some clarifiers on these and see how we go. What do we want? Okay. I'll put all the descriptions of the tarots underneath. I have a few. Actually, I have quite a lot now. I only used to have one set of tarot cards, but in the last year I've gotten so many, it's ridiculous. I'm just addicted. Alright, so these 2 here want to go here. These are flippers. I pre-shuffled all of these to begin with. So month 1, you're looking forward. You can see the ships have come in. Actually, there's another ship a little bit further out, and it's got its sails up. It's going to be not too long before it reaches shore as well. So you can see one coming in, but there's another one that you just only have a glimpse of at this point. And I believe that it's laden with supplies and things that you desire, want, need to make an enterprise work. This one here, the one that's closest, I don't know if you can see that right. Sorry about the glare. The one that's closest has its sails down, so it's been into the harbour overnight, and it's put its sails down to rest before it comes ashore. So I think the next 3 days to a week, that will become very evident in work life, in whatever form that is. But please be aware that there is another one on the horizon, another opportunity, or another, I don't believe it could even be in the same work area, but it's like you see a little bit of a goodness, and then, I don't know, you might just say, for example, get a promotion. It's just on the outside, you can't quite see it, but it's motoring in. Well, it's sailing in quite quickly with the wind. What else do I need to say? Oh, there's 3 there. I thought it was the 2, but it's the 3. So decisions need to be made, because I thought it was 2. And action needs to be taken because it's the 3. And that's pretty much what you're doing in the next month. And with that, in particular, is work, hard work. The thought about, do I go off on one little tangent on my own, or do I go off and continue on in the area that I'm in already? You've got many options and alternatives offered to you. It's definitely a time of contemplation, and you can see the hard work that you've already done. You can see that you are prosperous and have achieved some areas of success. Please know that this is only the beginning, and it's required that you sit and contemplate at this time. You really need to assess everything. Oh, here we've got the sitting. Huh. There you go. Sitting. I know it drives me nuts sometimes too. Please also understand that when you get little messages that come to you, see the little, I don't know if you can see them, I'm so sorry. They're like little divine creatures, little fairies, little nature spirits. There's a few of them around this lady, and I have no doubt that even if she's blindfolded, she can still hear them all around her. So listen to the messages that you're hearing and take them in. And today is not a time to be lashing out with those swords. 3 months' time, yes, definitely, but not now. You need to solidify, consolidate, and understand fully what you're doing and who you are and where you're going from this moment forth before you can serve it up. And I'm sorry if that sounds negative, but sometimes the quickest way to heal is to express how you feel. All right. Now, month 2. What do we need to know about month 2? I've got a flipper. Watch what you drink in the second month. That's interesting. Watch what you drink. Take that one. I'll take that one. Thank you. So, okay, second month there might also be the opportunity to move house for some of you. And wherever it is, it will feel more homey than you currently feel. And it's almost like the offer comes out of the blue and you're not seeing it, and it just turns up. And again, if you live in the city, don't be surprised at all if you're living in a higher building or a higher floor than you were before. Or in a more prestigious area than you were before. I don't mean to sound snooty, but you know how some areas have a reputation and typically they have a more expensive price tag as well. I don't see it costing you more, but it does have that image and allure and knowledge of being a more affluent area. And I also get the message, take what you can carry. So maybe this first month might also be a good idea to cull your possessions and consider what's important, what needs to be taken, what can be given away, what can be donated to charity, what serves you, what does not serve you physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. So if you do have a physical change of residence, it's going to be an easier position. I mean, I don't know many people who like to move. Moving home is just it's unsettling, but it's also like it's so much stuff to pack and organize and sort through. And if you've got family and you're a mother, then it just makes it so much more anyway, it's not easy. So if you could maybe make it something that a small project in the next month, that you look at the clothing that you wear, the papers that you have in the house, the stuff that you don't use anymore and you haven't used for quite some time. Oh, can you see those cards? I'll have to move them up. Here you go. Sorry about, yeah, there we go. So I believe that that's going to happen as well. And I just got another message about a child, a daughter here. Just be mindful that a child in your environment, possibly your own, is feeling quite down. If you do see that, address it. It needs to be stopped now, and they are also feeling quite overburdened with things that are happening in their life, and they're not letting on because, well, everybody is having quite unsettled times at the moment, and they don't want to add to it. And they most probably also have reservations about moving, if you're moving house. They will be quite more settled, a lot more settled once you do move house, if you're moving house, or if you're moving into a different phase of your life. But again, it's letting go of the familiar and the old, isn't it? And embracing the new. They don't want to let their focus go off what they know. Okay. And then the third month, we have the beautiful little snake, a passionate snake that doesn't take any garbage. Oops, we've got some flippers. Okay, what have we got? We've got 4, I'm going to take them. So we've got the 10 of Swords, the Ace of Swords, the 5 of Cups. Oh yeah, you've had enough. And the Shadow. So quite, firstly I thought that there was somebody that was ill, and somebody had not been treating that person very well, and I believe you're going to give them the truth in regards to how you feel about the way that they treated somebody when they were ill. And there's lots here. Okay, so let's take it a step at a time. I hope you can see these. I put the lights on as bright as I could because I thought that would help you. What else have we got? Oh, that's an interesting message. I put the lights on as bright as I could, as I thought it would help you. I'll leave that with you. That clearly means something to me. I'll let you sort out what that means to you. And interestingly enough, we're talking about the shadow side. Yeah, this comes out in about 3 or 4 different ways. Basically, I think it's quite a few different people that need to be pulled back into line in regards to their excessive behavior and or their cruelty to others or yourself. And it needs to happen. It needs to happen. It'll be healing both for you and for them, whether or not they acknowledge it at the time or not. It certainly will do you the world of good to state how you feel. And it seems to me like it'll be the final part for you to release these attachments and strings and chains that you have to these individuals. And it's more than one. It's more than one person. I think that one of them is family. I think a few of them are friends. And I think one of them is work association somehow as well. So I'll leave you to sort that out. What else? To my particular friend as well, I can't help but not see acupuncture in this card. So definitely work environment. And for those that are finding it hard to let go of addictions and or, well, sugar, coffee, tea, drugs, drink, cigarettes, you name it, anything that you can do in excess. Sex, what else can we do in excess? TV binging. Understand that that's a weakness within yourself, and it might be corrected or helped through some acupuncture and or massage and or rolfing. If you don't know what that is, Google it. And or getting some herbs and essential oils to help you sleep. Okay, sorry I went off on a tangent there. All right, so now I would like to do messages from your 8-year-old self. Now, I've never done this before, so see what happens. This inspiration came when I was having a shower just before I turned on the video. Whoops, they fell out. So they want to say, what else do you want to say, my dear sweet 8-year-old? What do you want to say to the people that are watching? Okay, so that should do it. Let me find, we've got a flipper in here. Okay, so I'm just going to actually look at the actual images. I'm not going to read the bottom parts, and I will hold the cards up and you can freeze it and read the bottom part later, but it's more about what I am intuiting for you at this time. I don't know if you can see these. Okay, so the first one that flipped up was guardian of thought. The second one was helper of thought. This next one is 7 of action, which is 7 of wands. And then this one here, what is it? Helper of emotion. So that's the page of cups. Okay. The first thing I thought was, from my 8-year-old self, was you need to dress up more and your dad would be very proud of you and the life you've got at this moment. Communication is important, and so is understanding the rhythms of nature. And I like the fact that you remember what it was like to have birds and be around birds and know how cute and perfect they are and how they can travel and give us messages of just pure joy if only we would look at them all. Look at this one here. She's a rebel without a cause. This one, he wants to have fun. So just remember that it's okay to be cheeky, and it's okay to be mischievous, and it's okay to let her out and let her have a little play every now and again. Helper of emotion. Your 8-year-old self can see that you have given to others for a very long time, and they would like for you to straighten your back and take a break. That's really interesting. I hope that was powerful enough for you, because it was certainly powerful for me. And you can read those messages on the bottom if you want to. Pause them, go back and whatever. Okay. So now we have messages from yourself in 8 years. Yourself in 8 years' time. That one fell out. No, did I say that right? What I meant to say was, oh, it's hard to use your logical part of your brain when you're in what I'm in. Okay, so what I want to say is it's your guidance from yourself, guidance from yourself in 8. Your what's going on? Why can't I talk? Oh, maybe that's part of it. Maybe you can't talk very well at the moment either. You just can't sort of get the words out. They sort of go around and around in your head, and you sort of just can't ground them enough to get them out. It's interesting. Maybe journaling would be very helpful at this time for you guys, or maybe writing or doodling or drawing or whatever that is for you, or cooking, or I don't know, something creative needs to happen. So what I was trying to say is this is guidance from your big self that's 8 years older than you are now. How's that? The first 2 cards that popped out are the 3 of Swords with, again, with the birds. Wow. And Temperance. Sorry, the Empress. The Empress. Why did I think it was Temperance? Well, they sort of both have balance in them. Just picking 5 cards out because we had no more flippers. So what have we got here? The flippers, family heartache, straight up, concerned and worried about people in your family, and you being the nurturer and the giver and the caretaker. Please understand that Divine Spirit is taking care of you at all time in all of these aspects. You have 2 wise owls and crow. Maybe look up what they mean in dreaming symbolism or whatever you think. But again, there's the sun behind. It's the sun behind. And I felt that before. Now, where was that? Oh, that was Poseidon. Even though that's the moon, I also believe it's the sun. What else have we got here? Wow. Okay. Okay. The wow was the fact that we've got the Empress and we've got the Moon card. They're both very feminine cards. They both rule the feminine aspects in both men and women. There seems as though there's an argument in family, and people are jumping to conclusions and jumping to responses about sharing assets, sharing mother's possessions for some of you, maybe inheritances or home life or homes, family homes. And this is difficult because you're dealing with very emotional aspects of everyone concerned, and people are not thinking rationally. They are not being they're caught up in their own illusions, delusions, fears, anxieties. They don't quite see things that are real because they're in their own trauma in regards to these matters. It's definitely about sharing and money and possessions, and feeling others are not sharing themselves or their possessions enough, or not at all. This was actually upside down. I don't normally do reversals, but in this instance I believe that there is a most probably a male figure who is rather cold at the moment and unfeeling, and does not wish to let on exactly how he is feeling. And this could be a father or your father. But the beauty of this occurring is so that an awakening will happen and newness will come up, and new things will eventuate, and a fresh approach will be taken, a new approach with the virgin snow. I feel as though it's well and truly overdue. I believe that some of these people in the family, particularly if it is a hot-headed under 40-year-old man, needs to be put in his place, and it sort of solidifies what we're saying here with the frog and the snake. You know, it's time for a little bit of their own, well, it's time to, I was going to say it's time for a bit of their own medicine, and I believed that they have the ability to be very kind and considerate, and then very cold, calculating, hurtful, aggressive, but I don't have violent. And it needs to stop. It's not fair. It's not fair on anyone. Wow. I didn't expect to see this when I first picked the cards up. Alright, what are we looking for in here? Is there enough? Is there anything else you want me to say? Dance. Dance is also going to be important in the next third month from now. I feel that you'll have more freedom to be able to dance better, whatever that means for you. Whether that's dancing in life, dancing in the kitchen, dancing through your day. At the moment, we're pretty much all dancing on a shifting carpet, but this is different. This one has joy. This one is illuminating. This one is heaven felt, heaven sent. Okay, so that's that. What else do we want to do? Oh, my dad. Okay, I have no idea how long we've been on here, but anyway, you need to know what you need to know, right? Okay, so this would be my dad's family. My dad's family would be saying these things over a cup of tea or a beer in the afternoon, under a tree in the backyard. Sounds very Australian, doesn't it? Are you being shady? Watch out, shit could get ugly. Interesting. I'll do one more. It's probably around this family stuff. You can already see that. What's this one say? That project, that person, that idea is waiting. Get after that shit. The world has your back. Nice. All right, I think that should pretty much do you. I didn't expect it to take this long. I'm sorry for being so long. And because I can, I'm going to take one more card for you, because everyone needs to know about their romance. And we haven't had an awful lot there about romance. We've got a lot about family. So let's find out about romance. Romance for you in the next, 3 months. 2 fell out. Very soon. And retreat. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. It's time to disconnect from the world. Well, for most of us, we've got no bloody choice at the moment. For me, this looks like you will have the option to be expressive in love and have a loving relationship. And it will be quite a time of connection in the next 3 months one where you feel very close to them. I feel that it's a very loving relationship. It has the option of longevity, but we can't say that we can't say that at the moment because I've got nothing else to support it. But yeah, very much together, connectedness, sensuality. It's happening very soon, and retreat is definitely between the two of you because you need to be together to connect. I am going to do one more. Actually, I'll just grab the one on the bottom of the deck. Honeymoon. Woohoo. Now, I know that, you know, we're all restricted in one way or the other, or most of us are in the world at the moment due to this bug. But I sort of felt that you will get a opportunity to go away and spend some time together. It also means that this would be for me, okay, I'm just going to say it, hot, sweet love, hot and passionate love. And we all could do with a bit of that. And again, I was telling you about a boat before. I can't really remember what I was saying, but there's something about being on a boat and the water's being rough and just hang on. You can see there's a little angel in the boat steering the way. So that's important too. It's interesting because I think I said that at the beginning. So I hope this helps you in this time that we're having at the moment. And I just felt compelled to do it so that you could have a bit of clarity. And you've had guidance from your 8-year-old self, guidance from yourself that's 8 years older than you are now, guidance from me, guidance from my family, and guidance from the Australian animals. So I hope that helps you. Kisses and love, and take care of yourselves. Be safe. Don't drive yourself insane. You're your own worst enemy. Be gentle. Rest easy. Take care. Bye.